Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to L Dubs Boxing. We back again with another one. So we got this weekend recap we're gonna cover. So all the fights and the cards that went down this week in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? That I saw. I'm gonna tap in with it. Then we're gonna cover some stuff with some news and notes. So you know what I'm saying? Feel free, come in, join in the conversation, drop your questions or just whatever you got. Feel free. Before I get into everything, I want to salute everybody coming through the building for sure. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe. You can follow me on my social media, scrolling across the bottom, and tap into the website, ldubsboxing.com. All right, got that one out the way. So we're gonna get into these fights, man. Like I mentioned before, it was a lot of young, talented guys this week. You know what I'm saying? I think probably the most that probably any other week. A lot of up and coming guys, spectacular type of fighters. So we're gonna get into it. First one start with Iglesias. He fights 168 pounds. They calling him the new dark horse at 168. You know, he's the IBO champion, about 6'2", 6'3", southpaw, fast hands. He had a great performance on Thursday against Ivanov. You know what I'm saying? He took it to him. He didn't at first. He kind of took his time. He took his time and broke down Ivanov, and then he stopped him in the fourth round. But he's one of these guys at 168. In order for him to get a world title, he gonna have to be in a mandatory position for sure. Because these top guys at 68, I don't see them just giving Iglesias an opportunity. His style is too crazy, high risk, low reward type of shit. But he can fight, and when he do get an opportunity at 68, he gonna be a problem. So we know 168 at the top is Canelo. He's the unified champion. He pretty much doing his own thing. I like Caleb Plant up in there, Berlanga, Pacheco. You know, you got a lot of good guys, and Billy, and him and Billy has the same basically team. So I'm not sure those guys are ready to fight. So Iglesias had a fourth round stoppage over Ivanov on Thursday. It was on ESPN Plus if you missed it. Stephen Butler had a first round knockout. You know what I'm saying? He up and down. You never know what's going to happen with him. And a couple of their prospects had some good victories. So that's what it is. If you missed it, go back and tap in ESPN Plus on Thursday. All right, Friday night, we had the homecoming for Keyshawn Davis, DB3, the brothers. Everybody was there. We're gonna tap into the card, but it was good though for the state of Virginia having a big fight card there. They went and sold that thing out. Did a real nice gate. So yeah, that's what's up though. We're gonna touch on what happened. So y'all know Top Rank how they do their undercards. They have a lot of young guys on the card, but this one they had Rais Salim, who is a veteran in the game, been a contender for a long time. He made like a his fight on this card was kind of like an audition for Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? He moved up to 126, and he's one of the better fighters in boxing before he suffered his only loss that haven't won a world title, and he was in position to fight for a world title, never got the opportunity. So he came back against Derlin Hernandez. He was sharp. You know, we know Rais Salim bring like a tricky style, unorthodox, throw shots from different angles, but he also is good defensively when he want to. He don't have to get touched if he don't want to, but he's good though, and he had a good performance. So hopefully, Top Rank get him some more work. In the at the featherweight division, they got some good fighters there. You know, they working with Angelo Leo, who's a new IBF champion. He beat Luis Abreu Lopez. They have Robesa Ramirez about to fight, about the rematch. Espinoza, Rafael Espinoza. That's gonna be a good fight. They got Shushu. They got Arnold Kagai. They're still working with Dalby. You know what I'm saying? So Rais Salim will fit in with some of those names. You know what I'm saying? I thought he had a good performance on his coming off a long layoff. Tyrone Smith, what's good with you, bro? Salute to you. Appreciate you coming through. Yeah, the first half of the fight. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what happened with that. That's true, bro. He kind of just faded, bro. I don't know what happened. I mean, I heard him mention in interviews that his body failed him, and he didn't get out there in time to acclimate himself. That's wild. Cause I mean, you know what I'm saying? Cause he was doing good, and now Goodman got the opportunity to fight anyway. It should be Raya Salim, who Stephen Fulton at the time wasn't even going to break bread with him. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. All right, we had Robert Merriweather on the card, man. Another young, solid fighter. He good, 19 years old. You know, he got some. Everybody got shit to work on, bro. You know what I'm saying? You want to nitpick everything, but he's good though. I like his talent. He's not. He seems like he might not be a big puncher, but he consistent with his jab and stuff like that. Gotta move his head a little bit, but I like him though. I think he's athletic. He beat Eric Howard in a decision victory, so that's what's up. He said, "I was looking forward to anyway." Yeah, me too, bro. I thought, yeah, he was one fight closer, bro. One fight, and in different ways. I think he probably would get anyway a more difficult fight than Forza. And I say that because he's more unorthodox than Forza. A little bit, you know what I'm saying? He's more unorthodox. Not saying he would beat anyway. Just give him a different fight. That's my opinion. We had the pro debut of Keon Davis, the youngest of the three Davis brothers. He's 6'3", welterweight. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was poised. What I liked about it, he was poised. His opponent wasn't coming to lay down though. So I give him props on that. But he dominated the fight. You know what I'm saying? He had a good jab going. Jalen Moore, his opponent, really wasn't doing too much. He was just tough. But you can tell Keon, he got the sauce, so he gonna be good. You can tell because he already got the patience. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't rushing nothing. He just got to put it together. He'd be good. So actually a good performance for his pro debut. The fans came in early to watch him, so that's what's up, man. So yeah, man, he probably look honestly, he should be fighting. He should probably get another 2 fights in this year. I'm just saying, 2 more 4-rounders. He can get it. At least 1 more. Because I feel like everybody that's starting shit need experience. I think when Keon get there, when he get to the opportunity that he can be a prospect to a contender, I think he's gonna be ready. You're not gonna find that size 6'3" at welterweight, and even if you go to 54, he's still pretty much got good size there too. So yeah, I like Keon. He good. Austin Deanda versus DeAndre Pettis. That was a good fight. It was an underrated good fight. It was I know Deanda was a local guy from Virginia. You know, it was kind of back and forth, very competitive. I know in the corner, if you guys watched the fight, Deanda's trainer, former fighter Scott Sigmund, was going crazy in the corner, talking his shit. But it was pretty much even. Deanda got the victory. He had to cut his hair in the middle of the fight because the shit was getting in the way. That was probably like the biggest highlight if you guys seen it. But yeah, it was just a local fight. I don't know if this means anything was like a world level, national level. Kelvin Davis versus Solano. Yo, Kelvin dominated the fight with his range, height, and reach the first 5 or 6 rounds. And Solano wasn't even trying to engage a lot. Kevin had spots where he probably could have stepped it up, but my man was setting traps, and obviously he can punch. So he was just being, cautious. I like to say him step it up, yeah, but if he feel like the guy can punch, I'm not in there, so I can't really be telling him what to do. But he dominated the fight. Solano started to walk forward the last 2 or 3 rounds. But it wasn't nothing happening. And then he got dropped the last 10 seconds of the fight. So Kelvin, the oldest of the Davis brothers, he get another victory. Not so much high on him. You know what I'm saying? He's solid. He got skills. But I don't know, feel like he's missing something. He probably the biggest puncher out of the 3, to be honest. It's just I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know what Top Rank want to do with him because they got guys at 140. They might have to start getting rid of. They're gonna have to start crossing each other out. If you guys, understand what I'm saying. Crush the Legend, what's good with you, bro? Salute. So Tyrann has they have Delgado at 140, Tiger Johnson, Polanco at 140, but I think he about to move up. Like these guys got to figure out what they trying to do. Elvis Rodriguez, so they can't keep them all. Shit, they can't keep them all. He says so. All right, the damn shootout that we had, Abdullah Mason versus Johan Vasquez. That shit was crazy. Vasquez, he clipped Abdullah Mason with a nice left hook in the first round. The first round was wild. Clipped him with a left hook, dropped him. First time. Well, actually, not really the first time he was dropped in his career. First time that Abdullah Mason got that he actually got scored a knockdown. It was a fight early in his career where he got clipped with his glove touched the ground, but that's nothing. All right, but this one right here caught a lot of people off guard. That shit was crazy. Got dropped, got back up, got back to it. He went straight to it. He wasn't running or nothing or holding. He got straight to it. Abdullah Mason landed a nice left uppercut. That shit was crazy. And he dropped Vasquez. On the way down, Vasquez like he tweaked his ankle. You know what I'm saying? Or hurt his leg or something. And then got back up. The guys kept fighting. And Vasquez scored another knockdown. So he got 2 knockdowns in the first round against one of the highly touted prospects. You know what I'm saying? Kind of shocked a lot of people, right? And he was reckless in there. He ain't take his time. He was trying to get a spectacular performance. But it's a learning experience. Second round, you know what I'm saying? Abdullah Mason started to press the gas and he got the guy up out of there, body shot. And he lived on. You know what I'm saying? So when you have a fight like that, a wild shootout, of course people gonna bring up he got exposed and shit like that. I look at it kind of differently because I like people to go through adversity and then like to see them on the other side of that. You know what I'm saying? This Vasquez guy can punch. You know what I'm saying? Is he the most, is he the best opponent, whatever like that? No, but he can punch, and that's what I'm saying. These guys gotta feel their way into fights, and we want them to have shootouts and all this shit. But then some fighters, when they go in there and take their time, we're gonna say they boring, this and the third. So I like Abdullah Mason. He showed a lot, honestly. He's one of the best offensive fighters we have. Definitely got to tighten up on the defense. Young, still growing. They're trying to take him to Cleveland next year, top of next year, to headline a 10-round fight. And he about to get some world rankings. So, hey, they ain't too mad about him getting dropped. Ain't nobody going crazy at Top Rank. They still gonna push him. So yeah, man, I like him. He's still nice. You know what I'm saying? He's still nice. He said your comment on Brian Messina, are the fan base gonna turn on him because of that? Yeah, probably. Yeah. I mean, that's how this shit normally go. They're gonna fuck with the one that's more popular, the one who's been they're gonna fuck with Bill Haney more than them. You know what I'm saying? They got skin in the game with him. So probably if it come down to it, they might try to get them to work it out so they don't have to pick a side. But if they have to pick a side, oh, they rocking with Devin Haney for sure. Yeah, he faced adversity for sure. But he gonna be good. He gonna be solid. All right, a co-main event: Troy Isley, Tyler Howard. Really wasn't nothing to talk about. I mean, I thought Isley could have pressed the gas a little bit. He just a boxer. He wasn't doing nothing. And then this what I didn't like. He didn't really get touched the whole fight. Then the 10th round, he get clipped. Like, I'm like, I don't understand that because the dude won't doing nothing. Howard. So this kind of like a step back performance from Isley. He was hesitating. He wasn't really letting shit go. I thought he could have stepped on the gas. But he get the victory nonetheless. He's top 10 of WBO. He got a world ranking in the WBC. So we'll see. At middleweight, he can still climb the ladder. Oh yeah, it was a learning experience for sure. Yeah, my man laughing. He's reading like a book. Yeah, for sure. That's how it happens. He has no power. Tim Bradley 2.0. Yeah, Tim Bradley was way more aggressive. Nah, Tim Bradley was way more aggressive. Tim Bradley would have tried to get the stoppage, even though he don't got no power like that. Yeah, Abdullah Mason. Yeah, man, these guys, yeah, they growing, they learning. That's why I don't like when everybody put them at this so high standard and they really ain't been through nothing. Let them go through some shit, then we can get them there. You know what I'm saying? Troy Isley, he had two or three good performances, but this right here let me know he's gonna struggle at the top against the top guys in middleweight. You know what I'm saying? As far as muscle build, he got a lot of muscle, but he don't got the same mentality as Tim Bradley for sure. Main event: Keyshawn versus Lemos. A lot of people coming to this fight was nervous and afraid about Keyshawn because Lemos and the weight and shit like that. I really wasn't. I ain't have no. Honestly, I ain't had no issue with it because, like, I feel like when you fighting a guy that got a lot of skills, if you one dimensional and you got all these advantages, especially weight, that shit really impact you more than the fighter that's actually on weight. You know what I'm saying? Because Lemos was slow as fuck yesterday. Well, the other day he was slow as hell. And like when I first seen him throw that right hand in the first round, I was like, bro, Keyshawn about to get busy on him because he's too slow. And that was a great performance. Like, if you rating the whole event, the fight week, the media, the press, all that shit, everything that went down that night for his family, his sister sang the national anthem, brothers fighting on the card, mom is the manager and doing all her good stuff. That was a crazy way to end it. You know what I'm saying? The ring entrance, everything was like crazy, spectacular. That was my word for it. So Keyshawn landed a straight right hand to begin the second round. And that was it. He finished him off, 2 more knockdowns. It was a great performance, and I think he should get full credit. This guy didn't have to. This guy wasn't weight drained. He wasn't weight drained. This dude didn't even try to make 135. Right? He was 141, and then Virginia has a 10-pound weight clause, so all the fighters had to make the 10-pound weight clause. And so he came in like 144, some shit like that. So he had to do that, and then he went up to 155. So this dude went up 14 pounds from the official weigh-in to fight night. So he didn't have to rehydrate. You know what I'm saying? So he should get full credit. And this is a one-dimensional fighter. Even when Hitchens fought him, is a one-dimensional fighter. The thing with Hitchens, he didn't have enough power to keep him up off of him. And Hitchens was dealing with weight issues himself with the IBF rehydration clause. So that's something to look out for in the Paro fight. But to me, this is a A+ performance. It's a star-making performance. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's up. Yeah, we need more shit like this in boxing. People are always nervous. The weight, the hometown jitters, and Lemos, he's gonna be strong as. Keep that same energy, and let's make sure we get the guy the credit. Far as the landscape at 35 and what this means, it put Keyshawn in position to fight for the WBO title. They was calling it eliminator for the WBO. I mean, they already mentioned this at the convention last week. He's also like number 2 in the IBF. He's like number 3 in the IBF, whatever. But the WBO route is for him. The IBF route is probably be for Ray Mortala. We have to wait to see if Lomachenko going to retire and go ahead and vacate, get out the way. Everything is looking towards that way. No official announcement yet, but if you look at how the play is, he's looking like he's going to retire. I know he's been calling out Tank Davis this week. I like that shit. That should everybody should be happy. That's a big event down the line. Is it gonna be next? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? Is he cloud chasing? Yeah, he probably is. That's good though. Tank Davis fans should be ecstatic. You got another good opponent that you can they gonna sell the fight. You know what I'm saying? He did 10,000 and a half, 10 and a half out there in Norfolk. It's an East Coast fight. You guys want to do it in DC? You can break records in DC with Keyshawn Davis. I don't really get it's like it's a lot of fan bases of these fighters. They act like they gotta protect them, witness protect. You don't gotta do that. It's good. Whether the guy got a fight coming up or not, it builds interest. It helps people have conversations about the sport of boxing. And Keyshawn Davis' name is in the hat. His name should be in the hat for the So this is the thing that gets me about Tank Davis, right? Tank Davis fight a lot of guys don't really bring a lot of shit to the table, and they say he is the star. And for real, Tank Davis, you go to his event, he go crazy, and he's one of the biggest guys that we got going for sure. And some people can make clay for him being the face of boxing. That that is what it is. But if you have another dance partner with that, we've seen what happened when he had a good dance partner with Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? And the shit went crazy. The other guys he fighting, you know what I'm saying, they haven't did half of what Keyshawn doing. So I understand why it's a problem if he calling them out, if he got a fight coming up or not. It don't matter because at the end of the day, we know the politics of how shit work. So if it's a fight that we can get to, let's get to it. They can talk about it, build it up. That's good. Look how long they talked about Spence and Crawford when those guys wasn't even close to fighting up until Crawford beat Porter. That's the only time the fight been real legit. People just been talking about the shit. It can be the same thing. It don't hurt. You know what I'm saying? Help the content. You know what I'm saying? Get the views up. You got something to talk about. You got fights to break down. All that good shit. So I like it. I like when these top guys actually have fighters in their division that they can make big events with. And not saying Keyshawn will win. I don't even care if he's ready or not. I feel like if you compare it to other people that Tank has fought and that's bought the fight, like Lamont Rose Jr., good fighter, but he don't really bring shit to the table. He had like 2,000 people in his hometown on Pro Box in June, and he got the fight. And imagine Keyshawn bringing some of that fanfare. He can hype the fight up. He can promote it, and Tank and Keyshawn and DC would be crazy. I'm just saying, even like in Brooklyn and shit like that, yeah, but definitely like DC where Norfolk is only 3. That's just what I'm looking at. I don't care about that whole cloud chasing shit. I feel like honestly, I think some of these guys that support these fighters be nervous. They be scared and shit. They shouldn't be. Tank a bad motherfucker. They be scared though. Like how dare him call him out? He's at the top of the food chain. You supposed to call him out. Man, there's so many other people calling out Tank. It's too many people to even count. Whether they got a fight coming up or not. At the end of the day, they calling him out and he got potential opponents. You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of opponents that he can fight. But if you really look at it, that shit kind of looking slim because if Rayo gonna stay at 140 and gonna stay on 140, then Tank ain't going up to 40 right now. De Los Santos, I mean, what he said, his stock done went way down. He didn't do shit either against Shakur. If Shakur didn't do nothing in that fight, De Los Santos ain't do shit. You know what I'm saying? If you gotta look at it like that, he don't sell, he don't speak no English. So it's like, I'm saying, you got, I don't know. I feel like Keyshawn, other than Shakur, he might be the second biggest fight in 135 for Tank. If I'm thinking about it, Ray Mortala is a good fighter, but he don't even talk. How he don't even gonna sell the fight? Maybe if you go with the green print, black and brown. I'm just thinking. I think it's good that a fighter call out Tank. I think it's good. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be something like, oh, bro, don't call me out. That shit, to me, that's wild to me. But we'll see, though. Definitely, this is a star-making performance for Keyshawn. He can fight Baranachek next year for the WBO title. That's looking like the right path. Um, we know the fight with Tank not gonna be next, but it can be this year. Shit, it can be in the summertime. It can be whenever. He got it. Just it's good for him to have good potential names to fight at 35. That's all I'm saying. I think it's great, to be honest. Um, yes sir, yes sir. So I'm gonna move off of that. I just want to see big fights, some big events. I don't care who, you know what I'm saying, what the fan base talking about, because I already see it on the East Coast. That's gonna be crazy. DC, um, Javante versus Keyshawn. I don't care if he's not ready or not. Shit, y'all should be pushing for that shit, bro. Big events for your favorite fighter. That's what's up. Um, I knew Key was going to style on him too easy. Yeah, that guy was one dimensional. He said A+ card fights, no doubt. Appreciate. Yeah, so it was a good event though. You know what I'm saying? Get full credit. Yeah, it was a good event. So he can sell out a fight. I like Mortala. Mortala good too. No, he's good. Yeah, bring it on. Yeah, it's good. Yo, they don't want the fight. That's what it is. He's a mouthpiece, however, that's not enough. Yeah, he don't really sell himself. You know what I'm saying? I've been pushing for him to go to Ontario and have a homecoming fight. If everybody else having homecoming fights, but he don't push himself. But he's another good fighter for Tank Davis. And I don't know. I can get into that shit further, but we're gonna keep it going. We had this card right here last night. Sabir Matisse making his return back to the ring after losing his IBF world title against Liam Paro. He faced Roberto Ramirez. Yo, it was a shootout. It was a 2-round shootout. The first 15 seconds of the fight, Matisse got hurt with a right hand. I ain't never seen him really hurt. I seen him get hit but not hurt. He got kind of hurt, and Ramirez was trying to get busy, but Matisse weathered the storm. He do have a good chin. Then he started to break him down. Typical Matisse style. He hurt him at the end of the round with a left hook of the first round. In the second round, he cleaned him up. He dropped him twice with body shots. So he's back in position. You know what I'm saying? His promoter trying to keep him active down in Puerto Rico. So yeah, he's number 5 in the IBF, and a couple of guys ahead of him probably get world title shots or they go in another direction. So he might get an IBF eliminator pretty soon. So yeah, I mean, good comeback victory for him, but so he's still doing the same shit. He ain't really fixed nothing. He coming straight forward, landing big shots, not moving his head, getting clipped. So at the top of the division at 140, that's gonna be a problem. And Matisse is 32, so he getting up there. So I don't know. We'll see. Pedro Campa, he fought Santiago, Alfredo Santiago. Santiago stopped him in the first round for 3 knockdowns. That was a good performance. Santiago, he's a good fighter. I think some of these up and coming names can get him an opportunity. He's a good fighter though. Ortiz beat Gonzalez. That was a very close fight. Could have went either way. Centron got a victory on Martinez. And Rodriguez, he beat Vasquez. So, you know, I like it. You know, good combat fight for Matisse, man. I want to see him stay active. They talking about him coming back at the top of the year, like January. So we'll see what's to it. All right, Pro Box. They had a card last night too. I don't know if you guys tapped in. I know we was everybody was watching the Boots card, and we're gonna touch on that. But Nicholas Floss, he had a good victory, man. He's a good boxer. He's been coming along real good. You know, staying active. He got a couple of world rankings. I think WBA. I think in the IBF too. But he got some world rankings at welterweight. Co-main event, we had Val Saint versus Louise. This fight ended in the 4th round, a head clash. You know what I'm saying? But it was getting spicy though. You know what I'm saying? Jojo Diaz suffered another loss to Montoya. I mean, I spoke on this yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I was like, Montoya gonna be a tough ass fight for Jojo. Jojo ain't the same. Jojo ain't been the same since since he caught that charge against that young lady. And really, JoJo ain't the same fighter when he don't live the fighter's lifestyle. That shit catching up with him. And it was a good fight. It was back and forth. But JoJo just don't like you can outwork JoJo. You know what I'm saying? The Filipino fighter Mendero had a highlight reel knockout. I don't know if you guys seen it. That shit was crazy. Landed a big right hand, and dude folded back. That shit was crazy. So, Mendero is trained by Bobby McRoy, former trainer of Raíz Talim. So yeah, that dude, he good. He like a good Filipino prospect. So y'all know Pro Box how they get down. They normally have a lot of good fights. They went on a Saturday this time. I kind of like them on Wednesdays though. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good though. If you guys missed it, you can go to their YouTube channel, check it out, or the app, either one. Matisse chin may have finally cracked. So many big shots. Yeah, he take a lot of punches, take a lot of shots, and you can't take those shots forever. So maybe you're right. Maybe you're right about that. I think if you step up in competition, you're gonna mess around and lose again. All right, so this is the Boots card match room, and them guys went back to Philly for Boots versus Karen. We got Bam versus Guevara. We're gonna touch on the card from top to bottom. So we had a couple of fighters under Jerron Ennis. They got victories. Dennis Thompson scored a knockout victory over Edgar Ortiz. Ismail Muhammad, he beat Nelson Morales via decision. Zaquan Moses made his pro debut. That's Shakur's little cousin. Yo, he's sharp. He fight just like Shakur. Got the same type of style and shit. He's gonna be good. He got a decision victory. It's too early to judge his power. I don't know about that, but his skills, it's easy to judge. His skills is easy to judge. It's a JoJo. You know how to find work. Yeah, this might be it in boxing game, unless these young fighters call him in to be a opponent. That's what it's looking like. Cause that's gonna be it's gonna get ugly if they call him for like Abdullah Mason. It's gonna get ugly. D-Lo in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. And McQueen in the building was good. Salute. So yeah. So I like these young fighters, man. All three of them, young fighters up and coming. Muhammad, Moses, and Thompson. Want to see more of them. We had the return of Ammo Williams. He said, "Done caught you live." Yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro. Salute to you, man. Appreciate you, D-Lo. So Ammo made his return back to the ring after the knockout loss to Hamza Shiraz in June. Ammo is one of those guys that's easy to root for in the middleweight division. He came back, got a fifth round stop his victory. Had to work a little bit. It was a pretty solid fight, you know what I'm saying? But then Ammo finished him off along the ropes in the fifth. So yeah, man, I like Ammo. I like Ammo bring a certain spice to the table. But I think he gotta get the right fights to get back in position because he was like number 2 at the time in the WBA. I think he get back there. He's still ranked. So yeah, I like it though. Come back and get a knockout victory, and hopefully he stay busy. Khalil Cole versus Gallegos. I mean, the first round, Khalil Cole, we're about to have an early night. Then he chose the wrong game plan. I don't know because he just didn't have the stamina. He had no win, and he started to fight with Gallegos. Gallegos a tough ass competitor. This is why like we can't always judge fights off of box rec. You know what I'm saying? Off of what another fighter did to Gallegos. Gallegos got stopped in the 4th round by Pacheco at super middleweight. So conventional wisdom, he gonna go to 75. Cole gonna stop him. Then Cole be on the road. That's why you gotta fight the fights. And Gallegos started to break him down. Shit, he started to break down Cole. 5th round, he broke through with a body shot. He dropped him, and then he dropped him a couple more times in the rounds, and he stopped him in the knife. You know what I'm saying? Cole didn't have no legs. He didn't have no win. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I know for a fact though he's struggling to make 75 though. You know what I'm saying? I know that he made the weight, but he came in like maybe he took him like 3 times to make the weight. So I don't know if that was a factor in this shit, but he just fought the wrong game plan. The first round he got out to a good start, but he probably should have took his time and got in the fight because Gallegos has come forward. He wasn't, he was there to get hit. He was getting hit. He was walking through all them shots. So it was one of them nights where Cole didn't have it and Gallegos just pressed the issue. I like what Gallegos did along the ropes. He just let his hands go to make the ref make a decision. It shit didn't work, but I like how he tried though. So yeah, bro. So that's a big win for Gallegos. Probably his second biggest win of his career. He beat Kevin Newman. I thought that was a better win, honestly. It's just Cole got the hype, but I feel like Newman was a bigger win at this stage. So maybe somebody else will give him a call. You know what I'm saying? Like heavyweight, somebody give him a call. Yeah, he was. Yeah, for sure. Much better shape. You know what I'm saying? Much better shape. So we'll see. They got I think that's gonna be a tough one to come back from for Cole. Because he was calling out all these fighters and all this shit. Like I said, it's good to do that, but you just gotta stand on that and back it up with your performance. Ray Ford versus Orlando Gonzalez. I mean, Ray Ford was sharp as shit. That's probably the best he probably looked. He was sharp as hell. His power, like all that shit was crisp. Like Ray Ford was on it last night. He landed a big right hook to drop Gonzalez in the second. And then from there on in, Gonzalez was just kind of just surviving and getting through. Ford, now, if you want to nitpick and pick and take some shit away from the fight, you can say he didn't cut the ring off consistently. You know what I'm saying? He was just following him around the ring, walking him down. But I ain't really mad at it though, because he does a new weight, 130. He getting rounds under his belt. He was sharp throughout the duration of the fight. And what I liked about it the most, his power carried through the whole fight. He clipped him again late in the fight and dropped him. So the right hook was on display in this fight. So Ray Ford, with this performance, he got a 10-round decision victory. He picked up a WBA regional title. He's in the mix. He had 2 great fights this year. They went differently for him. He had to come from behind, stop his victory over Komatov in one of the fights of the year. He had another fight of the year candidate with Nick Ball, where he came up short. Probably could have went either way. And then he coming back with this performance at 130. He probably should have been at 130. So I think he's a problem at 30. Like, if you look at the top, him being that fast and sharp against Navarrete, he'll probably stop him. I'm just being honest. He might stop Navarrete. Navarrete get hit a lot. As long as he don't get hit with no crazy shit, how Navarrete started to get his rhythm and started to throw awkward shots and shit. But as long as he don't get hit with shit, he gonna go crazy on him. Valdez is too slow. I mean, let's be honest, too slow. He got the experience, but I don't know. Ray started to get some experience. O'Shaquie Foster would be a good fight. O'Shaquie Foster, look like he having hand issues and injuries, and although he is a good fighter, good champion, sometimes he, look at the constantly out the second fight, he wasn't really, he was letting constantly out in that fight. I think Ray Ford would get him some issues with his speed. Whenever you got 2 guys that got, good hand speed, good foot speed, and they fight each other, the faster guy, he always get the other guy problems. I think Ray would get him some issues in that fight. That's a good fight. They was talking about Kakashi and Sugar Nunes. They in negotiations to fight for the IBF, the mandatory fight. They're talking about Kakashi gonna vacate, go up to 135. And then talking about Sugar Nunes. That'd be a good fight. Sugar Nunes is a good boxer, but he's a bigger puncher. He can disguise his punching power with his boxing. That'd be a great fight, him and Ray Ford. You also have guys like Rocky Hernandez, who is like number 1 in the WBC. That'd be a good fight for Ray Ford. Mauricio Lara, don't forget about him. That'd be a good fight for Ray Ford to shine. The WBA route, you have Lamont Roach going up to fight Tank. So you have an interim champion, um, gold medalist Albert Bazagaziev. He's the WBA interim champion. Can you get him over here to fight him? I think that'd be a good fight too. That'd be a real good fight. Two southpaws. But Gaziev got some bread. He got a lot of backing over there in Russia. So I'm not sure if that actually makes sense for Ray Ford to go over there. But that would be a good fight too in the scheme of things. That might be his quickest way to a world title because Shaq and Foster looking for unification, rightfully so, on the same side of the street with Robesi. I mean not Robesi, but with Navarrete and Valdez. That should be the natural fight right there. He should get the winner. And then in the IBF, we gotta see what's gonna happen with that. And then the WBA is on hold because Lamont Roach is going up. So yeah, it's a lot of shit at play. But Ray Ford, what I'm trying to say, he fits right in at the top of 130. You know what I'm saying? He fits right in. He said Ray was clearly stronger at the weight now for sure. Yeah, I'm thinking probably after he beat Komatov, he should win up, in my opinion. Even though he gave him and Nate Ball had a great fight, he probably should win up. Yeah, he depends on the hook too much. Although Valdez can box and he have a good trainer that can give him a game plan to win certain fights, just talent wise, I think he can be outgunned against Ray Ford. It might be another repeat of what happened with Shakur. Shaq may be looking for a new home anyway. Yeah, I think he had to re-sign because he won the title again. That was his last fight of his deal. But yeah, easy to read. You win a title, you automatically re-up. All right, Bam Rodriguez versus his mandatory Pedro Guevara. I mean, Bam is spectacular. He do what he do. That's I see Bam. Bam won't play no games last night. Bam, he got busy. High guard, using good footwork, angles like usual. You know what I'm saying? He had a good jab going. The guy really wasn't trying to engage like in normal fights. And Bam just, broke him down. I think he saw what he needed to see out of the first round. And he his angles and the way if you notice how he cut the ring off compared to what Ray Ford was doing. If Ray Ford was doing that, what Bam was doing, he could have got the stoppage. Bam was cutting his footwork game is nice. That might be his best quality, his feet, because he was cutting the ring off the opening bell. You know what I'm saying? So that he dropped the guy, stopped him in the third round. And that was what you're supposed to do as a pound for pound fighter, number one in your division. And Bam keep getting better and better. Only 24 years old. I like him. Bam is real nice. You know what I'm saying? Real nice. I think a lot of young fighters can take some of the things that he do and implement that in their game. As far as definitely cutting the ring off. He cut the ring off so subtle, so nice, and before you know it, he landed straight left hands and the uppercut. The uppercut was nice. That inside uppercut to land score the second knockdown. That was nice. So yeah, Bam, definitely at the top of his game. At 115, he said he either want to unify or fight Chocolatito. I like it, bro, because Chocolatito is the biggest name down there, basically. One of the biggest names down there. Is he a little older and kind of faded? Yes, but he got enough in the gas tank that he would give a good effort in that fight. And then from what I'm hearing, those guys basically was even sparring. I mean, you can take whatever you want to take from that. Obviously, Chocolatito got enough confidence to say, you know what, I wasn't going to want to fight you originally. We got the same promoter, and you like my little brother. But after the sparring, he was like, shit, I fight him. So I'm with it. It's a legacy fight. It's shit that happened in boxing over the years. The older guy supposed to pass the torch to the younger guy. And I think Bam will get full credit for Gonzalez. I mean, for Chocolatito. He a little faded, but I still think he will give him problems because look, this how I look at this shit like this. if Chocolatito fight any other champions at 115 or 118, I probably would favor him over all those guys, except for Junto Nakatani. It's like what, 8 champions. I think he would beat Ioka. I think he would beat Martinez, but Martinez is a tricky fight. That fight, well, if he don't beat him, it'd be like 50-50 fights, right? So if Chocolatito would go beat one of those champions, y'all would give him the credit. But Bam can't fight him. You know what I'm saying? Bam won't get the credit, right? They call him old and all that shit. I think that fight would probably be a fight of the year candidate for sure. Other options is unifications at 115. So we have to see. So the dynamic is Ioka and Martinez going to run it back, but Martinez had to vacate the IBF. So the IBF is vacant, and then 2 guys going to fight for it. I think like December or something. So that kind of make your path a little longer if you want to become undisputed. So they Ioka and Martinez going to fight at the end of December. Then you got the new WBO champ. That's the one. If he's gonna go unification, he should seek that fighter, the South African fighter that just won the WBO off Tanaka. I think Bam should go after him. It's an avenue to go make that fight. It's a little connection because Kefe, the champion for South Africa, he's a promotional stablemate with Sliv Nasinga. Nasinga is signed to Matchroom, so maybe Matchroom can talk to their people and his team and get a good offer on the table to either bring him to San Antonio, which I think that would make sense, or if they're gonna take it to Saudi, whatever. But that I think he should go the WBO route. If he don't get that, then I would welcome a Chocolatito fight because I know it's gonna be action packed. I know Chocolatito gonna bring that shit. So yeah, bro. People like to tear down shit. It's because a lot of people turn down these fighters because they don't like them for one reason or another. But if you really look at it, if their favorite fighter was in that same position, that'd be the best thing they ever did. The best thing in boxing type shit. It's the same shit. It's the same shit. He said Guevara had a hell of a showing against Maloney. Yeah, he went down there and took that fight for sure in Australia. Yeah, man, he looked like, I don't know if he even had a game plan. He said Bam, Bam, yeah. And any car he on, he gonna do that for sure. But yeah, for sure. As a boxer fan, I want to see it. As a Chocolatito fan, I'm nervous. I was in tears. Yeah, Ramasai. Yeah, I remember that. That was in New York City. No, the first fight was in New York City. Second fight was in Carson. I mean, for legacy purposes, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? I think that may stamp Bam as a Hall of Famer for sure. Andrew Gray, what's good with you, bro? Salute to you, especially these lower weight class. He done ran through all them dudes, the 4 kings like Quadras, Saramvasai, Estrada, and Chocolatito. Like, I mean. And then if you look at who at the top of the division, he would have to get credit. That's what I don't know. People don't be understanding the divisions and what's going on in that division. Even if they older and faded, they still at the top, and he beat them at the top, and the way he be beating them. If he struggle with them, look, that's what I'm saying. Boxing fans, bro. If he go fight Chocolatito and struggle, have a life and death fight, but come out on top, then he ain't all that. He ain't that. He ain't this. If he go get him up out there in 2 or 3 rounds, then Chocolatito is faded. He this and that. So that's what be separating these fighters. I think even like anyway beat the fighter Omar Narvaez, who had a bunch of title defenses, over 20 title defenses. Stopped him in 2 rounds. Narvaez fought Donaire when Donaire was at the top of his game, when he was a pound for pound fighter, and Donaire couldn't even stop him. He couldn't even hurt him like that. He went 12 rounds with him. The dude was surviving. So if you take take that into consideration, Like even though he was older, he not supposed to get blown out like that. That's how you know who was special and shit. So I don't know. If he don't get unification, they can make Chocolatito, which I think probably the biggest fight, in that division. Then it is what it is. Um, he looked damn good. Yeah, the one he had in July. Yeah, he did. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, you ain't gonna just run through Chocolatito. He still got the best combination game in the sport of boxing. Them shits be flowing. You know what I'm saying? Them shits be flowing. So yeah, I mean, we'll see. If anybody want to take that, pass that torch, pass it to Bam. He doing what you supposed to do with the torch. Pass it to him. Boost versus Karen, the rematch. Yo, this shit went 12 rounds, but it didn't go 12 rounds like everybody expected. They was expecting Karen to be on the bite and use more movement that like he used in the first fight. Nope. He sat there with Boots the whole fight. It was a competitive fight. You know what I'm saying? It was a competitive fight for Boots. It was one of those fights. It was a competitive 8-4 fight to me. I scored the fight 8 rounds to 4. Um, I thought Boots was, he was doing his normal shit. I like what Karen brought to the table. Like, I don't think Boots really made no adjustments. Karen made the adjustment to stay there and to fight and to use his angles and kind of, throw shit off guard, off rhythm on Boots. I don't know if he was expecting a lot of those shots. Boots got hit a lot last night. He got hit a lot. The most I ever seen him. Definitely his toughest fight. This dude Karen is durable. He's tough. He got skills. He got tricks. He's a good fighter. You can't knock out everybody. And this is one of those guys where he just can't stop him. He tried. He hurt him a bunch of times. He dropped him in the fifth. Karen is. I give Karen more props than people would turn down Boots. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, his footwork. Yeah, Karen is good. A good fighter, bro. He's good. He's a good fighter. It's just y'all don't know how to say his name. Y'all don't know how to say his last name. That's it. If his name was Johnson or Harris or whatever, Nelson, you'd be cool with him. Karen Nelson. You know what I'm saying? No, he can fight though. But Boots, he definitely in the middle of those rounds, he started to dominate those rounds. Yeah, I spun out and hit him. He did it all night. Yeah, he was touching on Boots for sure. He didn't run last night. He didn't move as much, but he was still landing shots in the first fight too. He just was sitting down, but was more assertive. Maybe he was more assertive. See that run? I don't like the run shit because if he was running, right, he wouldn't be landing no punches on him. He wouldn't have landed. He wouldn't have threw all these punches, and he was like close in like maybe 30 punches. He threw like 30 punches less than Boots. Well, guy that's running ain't throwing no punches. He don't got no time to throw no punches. So I don't know. He was moving a lot. He had more movement, but running is like what Orlando Gonzalez was doing. You know what I'm saying? The difference with Karen last night that he did in the first fight, from the first fight to this fight, he actually tried to win this fight. And he just realized this dude is just too good for me. So I like the scorecard 116, 110. I didn't like the point deduction though. I ain't like that. I was more impressed with Karen, and I was disappointed with Boots. I never thought he ran the first. But yeah, to me it was a good fight, better fight than the first fight. He was touching on Boots. Boots was touching on him. He dropped him in the fifth. I don't know. I just like when you got that much talent, people going to expect more from you. That's just what it is. Good footwork, and he can throw. He can throw on angles. Now for sure, bro. That's facts for sure. He had some good footwork, good angles. Reach advantage helped Jerron a lot. Karen figured out how to punch in between. Yeah, that's the thing. And everything that Karen did, those 24 rounds is what the future opponents need to be watching. You got a good trainer, you need to watch it. Watch the first fight because you're going to have good movement. The only thing Karen didn't have was punching power. If he had punching power, I don't know if he hurt Boots in that fight. I don't think he did. Boots was walking through shit, but he was catching some shit. He was rolling with some shit. Some shit he was getting hit clean with. So he was getting hit clean with a lot of shots. So the only thing Karen really didn't have was punching power. He had to move. So this is the blueprint. Now you're gonna have to execute the game plan. You got to be on your shit to beat Boots. I'm just saying. But you got a blueprint now. My man Just Do, I appreciate you, bro. Salute to you. Shout out to my guy, the fax machine. Keep cooking. Keep building. Appreciate you, bro, for the support. Salute to you. Yes, sir. So it's like it's a little blueprint. You gotta have a great chin. You gotta have good movement. You gotta be able to and be willing to punch in between the shit Boots is punching. So you gotta be able to punch in between his shots. You know what I'm saying? And you might get your man. You never know. A bigger puncher. Listen, man, I don't know. I'm just saying. Because Boots, he got hit with a lot of shit last night. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. We'll see. I know this is the first time he really started talking about 54 like that. If he can't get a unification at 147. A lot of boxing fans, a lot of people are pushing for him to go to 54. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nice size. Boots has a nice size hole in his defense. Now, for sure, bro, he was getting hit a lot, man. And Karen was punching in combination, too. Off rhythm, angles. You know what I'm saying? But Boots, I thought he wanted to fight clear, but it was a tough fight. Tough fight with a crafty guy, a veteran that was in shape. Yeah, you got to be in shape, too. Karen is probably one of the most in shape fighters in boxing. For sure. 24 rounds with Boots. I've been saying that 154 is waiting for Boots. What you think? I think it is too. I see Boots work on setting things up at this stage. He seems to be more reactive than proactive because that talent. He got a lot of talent. And he using all of that. If he slow down just a little bit, he gonna have some issues. But if he's ready to go to 54, like body wise, I'm with it. Obviously, it's looking like the unification may not happen. So if you want to sit around, you don't want to sit around and wait, then go to 54. I think he can't be doing the same shit he was doing last night at 54. And I have a feeling he's still gonna fight the same way. And he should never be in a position where he get hit with the same shit over and over. He got hit with some crisp jabs too last night that rocked his head back. And not just one. You know what I'm saying? The guys at 54 is gonna bring up another challenge. It's definitely gonna be a different ball game. It's gonna be more even with them for as size. And those guys are bigger punches. A lot of those guys at 54 is coming down from like 180, 190 type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be a different ball game. He got to be more defensively responsible for sure. But he got the talent. He got the skills to be able to compete in any division. So yeah, if his body is ready to go to 54, I say go. You know what I'm saying? He'll probably have to get a couple of fights before he get the world level or get a world title fight. It's not gonna just get handed to him, I don't think. Because the only reason why I don't like 54 right now for him is because he's gonna have to fall in line. You know what I'm saying? Because there's too many guys in position that's right there for a world title fight. Now, if he go fight Virgil, that'd be an awesome ass fight. I mean, it looked like it's more even than what y'all think and what people originally thought it would be. And especially, I thought Virgil, he showed a lot of wrinkles in his last fight. That he can box and move, but he got dropped twice in the fight. That's the only downside. But he has a good engine, and he's a bigger puncher too. So that would be interesting with him and Boots for sure. It's a lot of good fights for him in 54. Part of me want to see him try to unify, but the business of boxing don't be working like that. So yeah, let's see. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. It's a down performance because of the talent level and the ceiling that we have Boots at, and we wanted him to stop Karen and get him out the way. But we also have to take in consideration that Karen is a good fighter. and once you can evenly assess that, then it's not really it's not really a bad look. The thing I didn't like, only thing I didn't like about this whole thing was post fight, where he was saying he should have did this, and he was down on the fight. I don't like to hear that talk, bro. When people say where boxers say that. I know it happens. People get complacent. I know it happened, but I feel like, bro, your life is on the line. Whether Karen was the number one fighter in the world or just a regular old mandatory, it should be the same mindset. Treat them accordingly, train accordingly, get up for the fight accordingly. You at home. I really don't like that because that tells me it's a chink in the armor right there. A lot of these fighters, maybe they don't get up for certain type of shit, but they still will perform to that level. And I felt like that was kind of an excuse to me. I wasn't up for the fight, and I won't listen to. You wasn't listening to your dad. Like, to me, that's red flags to me. He got like 34 fights. He 33. What? How many fights? 33, 34 fights. He ain't listening to Mr. Bosey. I don't like that shit, bro. To me, that I don't like that because if you ain't listening to him now, you know what I'm saying. I didn't like how that came off to me, but definitely he's still a good fighter. He's a great fighter. 147. Will he stick around? They talking about Eddie said PBC contacted him about Stanley Jonas, maybe having Giasov step aside the mandatory to do the unification. Hey, if they can do that, he can stay for that. But I don't know. Go to 54 is better. Is so this one I'm saying. I gotta throw this out. Just because he go to 54, that don't mean he won't stop having trouble getting big fights. Let me say that again. Just because he move up to 54, that don't mean he won't stop having trouble getting big fights. You know what I'm saying? So 54 may be the remedy, but it may not be the remedy. These guys might be like, nah, I go fight him. I gotta fight him. He don't got nothing. Y'all know how this shit work. You know what I'm saying? He don't bring nothing to the table at 54. He bring a lot of problems. Shit. He high risk, low reward now. Like, without the title, could he headline and be a star in Philly like that without the world title? I mean, that's a question right there. I don't know. So he gonna have to have a financial backing to say, hey, bro, fight Madrimov. Or Madrimov, come fight him. Bohachuk, come fight my man. You gotta have some financial situations going on. And the only way he really gonna get that if he link in with Turkey. I'm just saying. So that's why I would rather him keep his title and he keep his value at 47 if he can make the weight properly. If he can't, he gonna go to 54. He could be lost in the sauce. He's struggling to get fights at 47 as a champion. Imagine at 54 when those guys are already in position. They don't have to fight him. I just want to let everybody think about some shit now. 54 ain't always. It might not be the remedy. It would probably get him closer to the bigger fights that he want, like Crawford and Virgil. But that don't mean those guys will actually get him the opportunity. I'm just saying. That's why I said he gonna have to get in position. He might have to fight. He might have to fight Adriel Holmes. He might have to fight who else? A solid contender. I can't even say Conwell because Conwell already kind of turned down that fight. He gonna have to fight some build-up fights before he got to get himself in position. A Johan Gonzalez type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's no given that these top guys gonna get him an opportunity right off the bat. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Boxing subject to change, right? Everything's subject to change. So we're gonna see what it is. What's to it? I'm gonna go back up in the chat. He said he needs to fight outside of Philly. His next fight, He's not focused. Oh, hey, he might be on to something. Maybe he might be on to something. I mean, he looked this. Look, honestly, I'm not gonna hold y'all. Boots looked the same. He been looking the same. Like he ain't really made no adjustments to me. You know what I'm saying? But you may be right. He said, "Yep, maybe getting out the city may help him." It's not gonna surprise me if Jerron get a flash knockdown. He finished combination squared up. Yeah, I was thinking that left hook. It kept reminding me of how he was getting hit with his left foot, the same way how Abdullah got hit with that left foot. I was thinking about that when he was like rolling and shit. Yeah, that's true. No, he could. No, he couldn't miss with that hook for sure. He couldn't really. He was landing a lot of variety of punches. Honestly, he got hit with some clean shots. He got to clean that up. Yeah, he showed he got a good chin though. Yeah, I think. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, he got too much talent not to adjust, bro. You know what I'm saying? He got too much talent not to be able to adjust. So yeah, man. Hopefully, yeah, definitely. He can take a punch. Yeah, for sure. Appreciate you guys in the chat. He said, I know it's boosting Virgil take shots by trying to be aggressive. He definitely wants to clean up. Yeah, clean that up at 54. Yeah. No, these guys are bigger punchers. They're stronger. They pretty much, if you think Boots is a big 54 pounder, then he gonna be one of the smaller. I mean, you think he's a big 47, he might be one of the smaller 54 guys because he still gotta get his body acclimated. You know what I'm saying? He said, L Dub. He said, thank you, L Dub. I was saying the same thing about Virgil. Had no idea he had legs like that. No, I didn't either, bro. When he got on them leg, he got on them toes, started boxing and using that jab. Like, oh shit, where did this shit come from? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he used angles, displayed tight defense in spots outside of knock. Yeah, no, it was straight, and the knockdowns was like flash knockdowns too. When he was trying to get his offense off, Bohachuk is heavy handed. But yeah, when he got on them toes and he can turn it up. He got that gear. Boots got that gear too. Boots at one stretch in that fifth round, he turned that shit up. You know what I'm saying? He turned it up. Virgil, yeah, that's gonna be an awesome ass fight. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it sounds good if they can make it next. You know, but you got to rock with Turkey, and like I said, with all this back and forth with Matchroom and Golden Boy, I mean, they talking good noise, but are these guys really ready to do business with each other? I mean, we got to think about this. That 5 versus 5 gonna set somebody back. That shit gonna set somebody back. So are these promoters willing to do it? Because Matchroom, their 5 versus 5, it set them back, but they was using a lot of higher guns. They had like what? They had like 2 higher guns, Wilder and Herkovic. So it didn't really hurt them too bad. You know what I'm saying? It kind of, I thought it hurt Ray Ford the most. Oh, ammo, you know what I'm saying? His shit got set back, putting him in there with Hamza Shiraz. As fans, we like it, but we gotta think about these guys as a business too. He said, "Preach." He said, "All facts, man. Just do it the building." Brian Norman Senior has resurfaced, turned down. Of course, that's what they post. That's what they do. 54 already got emotion. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm trying. That's what I see. I don't think it's the remedy. He throws the same punch and no switch up in offense. It's facts. Yeah, they got the extra gear for sure. That's gonna be a banging ass fight. There's no better than Jerron. Yeah. That's what makes the fight so good. They young, strong guys. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So we're gonna see though. Overall, it was a great week of boxing for sure. As far as the news, it really was to me. I don't know. It won't. I look at the boxing news kind of differently. It won't really nothing so crazy this week, other than it's a look. I got some topics we can talk about real quick, but not real crazy for me. Other than like I don't really find Keyshawn And Tank, that's not news to me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they just talking. I think a lot of this shit don't really be news to me, but I'd be more interested in like if about these fights possibly happening. Like, so I got a couple of purse bid updates. So a couple of purse bids that's supposed to happen uh coming up next week. So I spoke on this earlier about Kakashi and Sugar Nunez, Eduardo Nunez for the IBF title at 130. Um, so these guys been in negotiation for a minute. We know Kakashi, he took the title from Cordina. So took the title from Cordina. And then he had a fight with Josh Warrington, who wasn't ranked. So the winner of that's supposed to face Sugar Nunez in like 120 days. Nunez is one of the best mandatories in boxing for real. That's a tough ass fighter. So more than likely, it looking like this fight not gonna happen. Look like Kakashi gonna vacate and go up to 135. So we'll see. Now I threw this out there just talking shit. I don't got no real sources, but I do be putting shit in the air. It should be coming true sometimes. Kakashi moving up to 135. You know, that's open. Look, listen. I know Shakur and Zepeda supposed to fight, but Zepeda and Shakur are supposed to fight like 3 other times too. If something happen, I can see if Zepeda is not available, I can see Shakur fight Kakashi in February. I can see that. I ain't saying it's done. I ain't saying I got news or no sources, but I can see that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because Kakashi, to vacate his IBF, to lose your value when I haven't heard anything about him struggling to make the weight, to move up to 35, he's looking for a big fight. You know what I'm saying? I heard him call out Lomachenko after his last fight. He called out Lomachenko. So that tells me his mindset is on 35 at big money fights. What's the big money fight at 35? He's not gonna get the Tank fight, right? Is he? I don't know. Is he in contention? I mean, he fits the criteria to fight Tank. World champion at 130, moving up. He fit the criteria. You know what I'm saying? He's Irish. You know, he may bring a fan base. So I'm not ruling it out. I'm not saying it's done. I'm just listen. This sport of boxing, bro, that should be keeping me on my toes. They keep me thinking beyond the surface level. You know what I'm saying? Keeps me thinking beyond that. So it looked like Zepeda and Shakur is all wrapped up, was all done. But he got a fight next week. You know what I'm saying? Those guys been going back and forth and haven't been fighting. So I'm just saying, if Kakashi turned down the fight, he put himself in position to fight Shakur too. Because look, Cordina coming off a loss had the Shakur fight, and he beat Cordina. I'm just saying possibilities. I ain't saying it's true of this possibilities. I think outside the box, ain't nobody even thought about Shakur versus Kakashi as a possibility. But if you think about it, shit, maybe it is. Riyadh season, maybe it is. So yeah, so we're gonna see though. But if this fight was to happen, it would be a banger. It would be a banging ass fight. Now, if the title becomes vacant, it'll be Sugar Nunez versus Masasori Rikishi. Masasori Rikishi. He's a Japanese fighter. He just had a good victory a couple weeks ago, October. He had a come from behind victory, stop his victory over Michael Manisi in Italy. It was a WBC final eliminator. Nunez had a come from behind, stop his victory in Turkestan over Rachmanov, former world champion. So both guys has a flair for the dramatic. If that fight happens, Nunez versus Rikishi, that's a fight of the year candidate off the rip. That'd be a hell of a fight. And that's probably what's next. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. So I'm gonna give it to you like all sides. Try to cover all the bases. You know what I'm saying? Because this boxing shit, a lot of shit be be happening and people don't be tapped into, it be right there in front of us. I try to unlock some of that shit based on like the past and all that. Let me see. Phyllis Nunez, what's good with you, bro? Salute to you. It's something I completely sold on it, but Brian Norman, Senior said Jerron Power is nothing special. Um, he has only hurt people with rabbit punches, huh? I see where they're coming from. I see where they're coming from for sure. Marky Dad in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. If L Dub said it, I believe it. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I just throw it in the atmosphere. Teach, what's good with you, bro? He's moving up. Kakashi, yeah, that's what I heard. I've been hearing he was moving up even before he fought Josh Warrington. Connecting the dots. I'm just saying. Makes sense though once you break it all the way down. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. what he going up to 35 for? If he gonna vacate, like these guys vacate their title, what they moving up to? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just putting it out there. All right, here's another one. Another purse bid that's coming up next week. You got Jake Caballero versus Martin McCullough. I really hope this fight happens. This is for the IBF final eliminator for Dubois. You know, Dubois has come back February. He's trying to nail down his opponent. So this is one of the best fights to happen in the heavyweight division. I hope it happens. Both guys been on the roll. McCullough coming off a stoppage victory over Jared Anderson. You know what I'm saying? Great performance. Big heavy-handed dude. And then we got Caballero is like a body snatcher type shit. And it's an interesting fight, man, because McCullough will give you opportunities to hit on him too. He's just so heavy-handed and good hand speed for a guy his size. And he's quick with the draw. You know what I'm saying? McCullough is like an underrated guy because you think he's big and strong, that he ain't fast. He actually fast and quick too with his hands. And Caballero, if he get to the inside and start working that body, we got a different fight. And he proven he breaking dudes down to the body. He stopped the big dude, Asanbek Renoff, stopped him to the body, broke him down, beat him up. Then he stopped Frank Sanchez to the body. He was going to the body. He dropped him to the body too. So this is gonna be a hell of a fight. Shit. Hey, put that shit on the February 22nd card in Riyadh season. That's gonna be a hell of a fight. I like McCullough in that fight. Yeah, he can win that fight for sure. For sure, he can win that fight. I feel like Karen showed himself to be much better fighter than we thought. Crafty, herky-jerky. Yeah, for sure. With heart. Got great conditioning, great footwork. Yeah, for sure. I thought it's probably one of hey, listen, yo, you own to something, my bro. That might be Boo's best win while you playing. And I'm laughing, but I'm laughing because of all the people that turn down Karen. Let's think about it for a second. Villa, I mean, Villa, he was tough in game. I don't know. I think Karen was the toughest fight. But it is what it is. It depends on how you're looking at it. That's my dog Frank Sanchez still got ice on his abs as we speak. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Only thing I heard about him since then, he had knee surgery and he got his U.S. citizenship. But nothing about returning to the ring. So yeah, bro. That'd be a banging ass fight. All right, so here's another one. These guys, they done pushed back the deadline so many times, yo. Hopefully they get it over the line. So I think November the 18th is the purse bid for Janibek versus Hamza Shiraz. So it's a lot of talks and rumors going around this. But I hope this fight happens. Right now, as it currently sits, this is the biggest fight in the middleweight division. Currently. This was Boo's best fight, most competitive fight he had, in my opinion. I think so too, bro. It was very competitive. You know what I'm saying? Very. I agree with that. But Janibek and Shiraz, I don't understand what's taking so long, to be honest. But I do know something though. I know a little bit about this. Hamza Shiraz also is going down the WBC route. So those guys are trying to negotiate. They negotiate with both champions. Carlos Adames and Janibek. That's the holdup. Because it feel like it's a natural fight. Queensberry, top rank, Riyadh Caesar, no brainer, right? But Carlos Adames is in the play. Hamza Shiraz is number one in the WBC and WBO. So he got options. Erislandy Lara is not in the play, from what I know. So we're gonna see. I like this fight. I like either one. I feel like two belts is better than one. That's how I'm looking at it. But don't be surprised if it's Hamza Shiraz versus Carlos Adames. Don't be surprised. Those guys been negotiating behind the scenes for close to a year now. and Louis the Cubas, those guys been in contact with Hamza Shiraz for a long time. He was a possible opponent for Canelo in May. So they know who to talk to, who the right people to negotiate with. So we're gonna see what this purse bid do. We know Janibek is not like a big draw, so the only way these guys can make some bread is probably Riyadh Season, because Top Rank, I don't think they fucking with Janibek like that. And the reason why I say that is because they lost the purse bid. He had to go to Australia to fight. Are they really investing in him? That's a solid question. You know what I'm saying? Are they really invested? So we're gonna see though. We're gonna see. Did Bob sign off on Janibek and Hamza? I mean, I don't think he got no choice. I mean, look, they say World Boxing Organization means what Bob orders. Well, they order the fight. You know what I'm saying? He supposed to be running the organization, the sanction body. They ordered the fight, so maybe he did approve it, signed off on it. That's how I'm looking at it. So we're gonna see. I like this fight though. I like this fight. Here's another one. This fight was in negotiations right now. Stan Jones and Giasov. So I spoke on earlier what Eddie was saying, that PBC talked to him about doing unification with Stan Jones and Boots and have Giasov take a step aside. Let's do it. Let's do it. But these guys got their deadline got pushed back to November the 19th. So that normally means a couple of things. They worked out a deal to do the fight. I know Giasov and his team is trying to bring this shit to Uzbekistan. They getting the money together, the funds together to bring it to Uzbekistan. That's what they're trying to do. Now, if they get presented with a step aside agreement to allow Boots versus Stan Jonas and he get the winner, we'll see if he cool with that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, they got the deadline on the 19th, and we're gonna figure out everything next week. So we'll see. So that was the last one with the purse bids. So basically, all the purse bids been pushed back. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't sound like they're 10 toes down with him. No. I mean, Janibek. You talking about Janibek? He don't really have a value like that. I mean, I'm just being honest. I'm speaking like a promoter, but I'm getting it from them. This is how they be talking. You know what I'm saying? Colin Wallace, he just signed with Matchroom. He's number 2 in the IBF. He's staying active. So if Vitoria vacates the IBF, then Conor Wallace is going to fight Michael Eafer for the vacant IBF. So that's a good move. Linking up with Matchroom, staying active. He'll be back in December. You know what I'm saying? That's good. Don't just sit around and wait. Stay active. You know what I'm saying? Keep the ring rust off. And he may be fighting for a vacant title. You never know. But with Janibek, you know, he what he brings to the table, like value wise. They had that guy. They had a guy from Kazakhstan fighting in Houston, and they did like 2,000 in the venue. What he bring to the table? They had his ass fighting in Oklahoma. What the Jambe brings to the table? He's a high risk, low reward type of guy. This is what now I'm talking like this because this is how they tell me and present fighters to why they can't get certain fights. You know what I'm saying? Janibek is one of those guys that need the backing of Turkey. He's one of those guys that need he's a good fighter, stuff like that, unified champion. But in order to get the big fights to entice these guys to fight him, he needs some money behind him. So maybe they're not fucking with him like that. We're gonna see. A couple of more. Like I said, to me, it wasn't really a big week for news, but we winding down the year too. Jaime McGill be back in December. Another guy to stand active. I love this, Joe. When guys coming off of losses, they can stay active. I think that's dope. If you have a team that can give you fights, that's good, bro. Because inactivity be killing these fighters. You know what I'm saying? And to keep your name out there, that's dope. So he lost to Canelo in May, and then he came. When did he fight John Ryder? I can't remember. I know did he fight last year? I can't remember, but he fought Canelo in May, came up short, gave a great effort, lost his O, came right back for the top 10 super middleweight. Everybody Yanza had a good fight with him, stopped him in the 10th round. Now he's come back for a hometown fight against an undefeated fighter. Nobody know this guy. You know what I'm saying? I think he's from France. But it's a fight to stay busy. Just keep your name out there. And hey, I ain't mad at it. Jaime McGill is one of those guys that activity is his best friend. When he's active, he gonna be sharp. And he's still one of the best offensive fighters and stuff like that in boxing. And he's probably one of the biggest names at 68. Everybody trying to fight. You know what I'm saying? I think a fight with him and Caleb Plant would be good. A fight with him and Berlanga, I can see that. Pacheco is getting there. You know what I'm saying? And Billy and McGill would be crazy. So yeah, bro, I like this though. I like the activity, bro. If you got a team that can give you fights, I think that's dope. And you're getting paid. I like it. The activity is so good. Yeah, I like this, man. Because he still can get big fights. He's been looking better with each fight. I like his development. Yeah, I like his performance against Eric Bayanza. He had to make an adjustment in that fight. The guy, he was boxing real well, and he came back and he stopped him. So yeah. All right, let me see what else. So Conor Benn, so he's cleared. You know what I'm saying? He can fight all across the world now. They cleared them over there in the UK. He already had 2 fights in the US. Late last year on the Hitchens card in Florida. Then he fought in February in Vegas. And he haven't fought since. So he cleared. He just signed with Keith Connolly, one of the best managers in the sport. So yeah, that's a good move for him. I'm pretty sure he seen that fight last night and was like, maybe I do have a chance if he can punch in between what Boots was doing. But I think he haven't looked good since he tested positive for a banned substance. Now you take that whatever you want to take it for, but he's not as he's still explosive, but it ain't no bang to that shit. He still be trying to throw explosive shots, but it ain't the effect ain't like it was, because he was hitting Pete Dobson with hella shit, and that other opponent too. He was hitting him with a lot of hard shots, and it just don't ring out the same. So, like how that Chris Algieri fight was ringing out, it don't ring out the same. So I don't know. I think Conor Benn is a solid fighter. He's fun. He's action packed. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if he's world level though. I don't know. He had a nice little run when he was beating Granados and Algieri, and He beat what's the other guy name? Van Heerden. He had a solid run right there, but those are like maybe middle of the road type of guys, faded guys type shit. But I ain't never seen him fight at the world level. I'm not sure. We're gonna see. He got some high rankings. He got a big name. Um, if Boots vacate the IBF, he'll be in position to fight for the vacant title versus Jen Sasaki. He said he want to go after the WBC because his dad had it against Barrios. So we'll see if it makes sense. He also have the big fight with Chris Eubank. That would be big in the UK. So we'll see. But sign with Keith Connolly, that shit don't hurt. Shit. I don't know what they got their plans are, but that shit can't hurt. Because he's one of the best. Yeah, that'd be a big fight. Yeah, that'd be a big fight. I think that'd be a big fight. I don't know. I think it'd probably be bigger in the UK. But yeah, hey, why not? That'd be Boots' biggest fight. So, yep. So yeah, man, we're gonna see. And then the last one, Inoue and Turkey done linked up for a sponsorship deal around about what they say like $19 million. You know what I'm saying? I know some people was getting thrown off by $3 billion when they came out. He got $3 billion, and people was hitting me up, bro. Y'all see that shit? Is this shit real? I was like, bro, $3 billion. Man, ain't nobody getting no $3 billion. I was like, that's in that Japanese money. But it's a sponsorship deal, and that's a hell of a sponsor, bro. So he just be rocking the the Riyadh season shit and supporting their brand. As far as I know, it don't have nothing to do with fights. So maybe he gonna fight in Riyadh season, fight in Saudi one day. But as far as I know, it's just they want to fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? So to my knowledge, his plan is still to fight December the 24th against Sam Goodman, his IBF and WBO mandatory. And then from there, come to Vegas in April and have a fight, maybe against MJ Akhmadaliev, maybe against another opponent. I did hear David Picasso is in the running. It could be somebody else. He could make a move to featherweight. But as far as I know, as far as making his fights, I'm not sure if Turkey's involved in that yet. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see. It don't really mean too much in the grand scheme of things. Just something to talk about. I guess there's some extra bread though. That sponsorship money. You need to spread some of that out to these up and coming fighters. You know what I'm saying? Give them some of that sponsorship money. He lacks creativity. Yeah, he do the same shit. Yeah, he do the same shit every time. You know what I'm saying? Yep, he do, bro. I was at this fight with Pete Dobson. And he's not that big either. That dude probably like 5'7". When I stood next to him, I'm like, bro, this nigga little. But I think he got a lot of heart. He got a lot of he got bad intentions on his mind. But like if you got a guy that's versatile, they're gonna get him issues. Boots will get him issues. Boots can probably beat him with the jab. I know that sounds crazy. No, that's not crazy. Fuck that. With the jab. Because he can offset all that shit. Especially he do the same shit in the same rhythm, the same way every time. Boots can offset that with the jab. And then once the jab start landing, he can go crazy after that. So I think that'd be a bad matchup for him. Barrios might be the better fight for him. Even though I ain't sleeping on Barrios too. Because Barrios is a good puncher. And he got a tough fight next week too, in my opinion, with Uncle Abel. Uncle Abel can punch. But Barrios get his jab going too. You see how he was busting up Ugas, who was kind of one-dimensional in the way he was fighting him. And yeah, bro, he's a good name. He's gonna bring a certain type of energy, but I don't know if he beat the top guys. Like honestly, I think he'll have some issues with Karen. Just saying, $1 billion yen. Yeah, bro. Yeah, people was hitting me up. Just saying, yo, you got $3 billion. I was like, what? I ain't get no $3 billion, bro. That shit don't even make sense. It's not even $3 billion in the sport of boxing, bro. What are you talking about? and then they gave it all to to anyway. But yeah, 19 million. That's what's up though. That's a hell of a sponsorship deal, bro. Hey, hell of a deal. No, it don't sound crazy. So that's what I'm saying, bro. Like a lot of these guys, like honestly, um, I haven't seen them at world level yet, bro. I haven't. I haven't. So I don't know what Conor been bringing to the table, and he not on that shit no more. You have to say that's a direct correlation because he was sleeping these dudes. He had a highlight reel knockout over Chris Algieri. Ain't nobody never did Chris Algieri like that. Now pack it out, not pack it out, not Spence. But Conor Ben, let's get it. I'm just saying, bro. Oh, he got a sneaky good jab. Yeah, bro. And he got power jabs too. Hook off. Yep. He linked up with Santos. The only thing with Barrios, he kind of gets stuck in the mud sometimes, and he's vulnerable to a lot of counter shots. I thought Philip Madonna was doing well with the counters against him. He gotta be careful against Uncle Abel, bro. Uncle Abel can punch. I ain't gonna lie, yo. Like Uncle Abel may be one of the biggest punchers at 147. Like no bullshit. Winston Lee in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. Uncle Abel can punch. He said if Karen fights Barrio Stallones or B Norman, yo, he probably can be. He probably be world champion against one of them dudes. I think Stallones may be his hardest fight because Castellanos, I like his jab is consistent, and they probably got like more close to similar styles. I guess they know each other a little more. I think the Barrio fight, I don't know. I think Barrios will win, but it'd be a close competitive fight. Brian Norman too. Brian Norman will have issues with that Karen we seen last night. I think he can be a world champion. I don't think he loses to all three. I'm just saying. Karen is a tough fighter, bro. He tough. He got the endurance, the stamina. He can outwork some of these. Like he was landing a lot of crisp shots on boots. I ain't gonna lie. Hooks. He just don't got the power like that. Because like, let's say, so those guys not as dynamic as Boots is, right? So you think about the styles. What if Karen be like, you know what? I'm a box and use movement. Those guys gonna have issues cutting the ring off. Brian Norman, he had to get in a certain range to punch. You know what I'm saying? It's not this is not a good style for him because Karen used movement angles in and out. He threw tricky shots and different angles. It's not Giovanni Santillon who's coming right to you with a high guard and punching slow. Different fight. Stanionis got a good jab, so he probably can he probably can kind of slow down some of the shit Karen does, and he probably can get the jab because he got a consistent jab. You know what I'm saying? So that would probably be the key to the fight. Barrios does too, but Barrios kind of get into a lull in like middle of the fight type shit. Even though he's a good offensive fighter, but Barrios, if you got good angles, can box against him and can counter, you can have some success. So, like I said, Karen is in those fights. You gotta fight the fights, but he in there breaking it down. All three of them could be close fights. So, and there's not no recently biased shit either. We get recently biased. Oh, that's fight of the year. That's round of the year. This is because I just saw it. Nah, bro. I've been talking about Karen for a minute now about his skills and shit. Like, yo, he can fight. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think he can do pretty good. 257 down. Ooh. Nah, he can't do that against the top guys. No, fuck a top guy. He can't do that against somebody that can punch. Like, I'm gonna be honest. If you gave Uncle Abel 257 on boots, we got a new IBF champion. He can punch, bro. He a big puncher. You know what I'm saying? A puncher getting 257. They wanted to fight. Same for Stanionis. Stanionis, I like Stanionis. This ring activity. He said good defense. My man Mike in the building. What's good with you, bro? He said facts. He said Karen's a smooth. Yeah, Karen can fight, bro. I'm telling you. Oh, what made me like so there's a lot of factors to go into what these guys go through. And they good fighters, they got good schooling, they they come from a good solid pedigree. But two things this fight when I was like, this is gonna be a tough fight for Boots. One, he from Ukraine. that's already that's already something that's hurting you right there. He was talking about he hiding in bunkers and shit every day. And he just had a newborn baby. And I'm like, bro, yeah, he coming different this fight. Now I ain't say he's gonna win it. I'm just saying I felt like he was gonna come different. I was thinking Boots gonna be able to stop late in the fight if Boots put shit together, and he had opportunities to do it. But I feel like this is gonna be a much better Karen, in my opinion, because he believed in himself. Like that's what I'm saying. In the first fight, he showed he got a good chin. He showed he got good stamina and whatever. He just I don't know if he believed in himself. This fight, he believed in himself. It's just one of those things like fuck, I just can't beat him. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. But dudes like that be hard to beat. Yo, these guys from these war-stricken countries and they got shit going on. Like that's why when people be putting down Lomachenko, I'm like, bro, man, I don't know, man. Shit, he older, and we don't fuck with him because of the media gave him so much props back in the day. That's why a lot of people is down on Lomachenko. But those Ukrainians not gonna be no easy win. The only one that's easy wins is that's from Ukraine is damn Red Cash, but he been in the United States too long. He domestic he too domesticated. But Bohachuk, look at Bohachuk, Baranachuk, Usyk, Karen, motherfucking Lomachenko, man, those dudes ain't just come up here just to just hey, you got it, bro. I'll let you win. Nah, they from that it hardens them. So hey, look, I'm getting bombed every day, and what that ain't shit to what Boots bringing to the table. You know what I'm saying? So the mindset is different, and a lot of people don't factor that shit into that. They don't know how to pronounce his last name, so they write him off, and his name is Karen, and that's just a funny type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Boxing Karen and shit, right? But boxing Karen can fight, so it's like I don't know. You can break it down so many levels. You don't have to go off what the popular shit what people be talking about. You can if you really take a step back, you're like, damn, yo, it ain't what they thought it was gonna be. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he shaved his head. Yeah. Hey yo, behind the scenes, I was sending people shit that Karen was doing. I know I sent Greg Hackett some shit behind the scenes. I seen him training. He had some young guys in his training camp. I seen him cut his hair, and he came to Philly like 2 weeks. He was in Philly for like 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm telling you. And his trainer is a former. I don't know if he won the world title. I think he did. No, he won the world title. His trainer, Vladimir Shevchenko, I think, he won a world title at welterweight. He was a welterweight world champion. He lost his title to Paulie. He got stopped by Paulie. He had a bad cut. Paulie stopped him. He jabbed him to death in the Ukraine. And he's the fighter that ended Ricky Hatton's career. He hit him with a body shot. What they was building up for Ricky Hatton versus Paulie Malignaggi, the rematch. And he hit him with a body shot in Manchester, in his hometown, and he closed that deal. So his trainer is from the school of Ukrainian boxing, former world champion. People didn't take that into consideration. You know what I'm saying? People don't be taking everything into consideration because they fail to do the research. Yo, we can Google like the shit that the shit that we interested in. We'll Google the hell out that shit. We'll find every information, every little tea leaf if you fuck with somebody, right? But the same way you can find that information about something you're interested in, you can find out about something that you're not. And a lot of people fail to do that. Like I seen Shevchenko in his corner. I was like, I remember him. Oh, okay, okay, okay. You know what I'm saying? It tells me that he's getting a good schooling. You know what I'm saying? Because this guy was a world champion. You know, man, I had the best career. I know he got. I think Kell Brooks stopped him to close out his career, but he was a good fighter. Tall, rangy type of guy. Used a lot of movement. Had a good jab. Used angles and spots. So yeah, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like writing these guys off, bro, because we don't know what they've been through. We don't know the training they had. We don't know what's going on with them. We just automatically see their name on BoxRec and we're gonna kill them. And I remember breaking down the first fight with Boots and Karen, and I was thinking, yo, this is gonna be a tough fight because Karen is an aggressive fighter. Excuse me, he's an aggressive fighter, and I'm like, I was kind of threw off by how much movement he was doing in that fight. I'm like, damn, that's a lot of movement. Maybe Boots punching hard. Um, because if you watch his other fights previous, he was stepping to these dudes, letting his hands go. So I knew he had it in him. Maybe he had to find it. Maybe he had to realize it in himself, like, bro, I can take a punch. It ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So we get down like midway point of November. You know what I'm saying? Next week we got a big show next week. Y'all already know what it is. I know Jake Paul and Mike Tyson are doing their thing, but the undercard I'm interested in. We have Barrios and Uncle Abel. You know what I'm saying? Welterweight title. We got the undisputed fight with Katie and Amanda. I can't wait for that. That's gonna be crazy. The first fight was a classic, instant classic. It's a little different now. Some years have passed. They fighting at 140. Katie been out the ring for a while. Amanda haven't been that active, even though she had a fight in July. You know, but it was only 2 rounds. I'm expecting another classic. I don't know. I'm expecting another classic. Shushu is on the card. So he gonna stay active and get that stank off for him because I thought he lost his last fight against Tagawa. One thing I love about Karen's performance, he made a concerted effort to take advantage of opportunities that were presented. Y'all for sure. He was twisting and turning with Boots, landing some good body shots. He's just not a big puncher, but definitely he did great. He did good. In the first fight, he didn't try to scrape the plate. Yeah, I don't know if he was that confident in himself. Maybe he was like, "Damn, this kid is really nice. I'm not gonna put myself in position." Maybe he did just okay. I'm gonna just survive. But I like what he did though, and we tell fighters to do this all the time. You lose, bro, stay active, bounce back. He went and got 3 good fights. Actually, he fought. I think he fought before Boots did. He fought 3 times last year. I remember telling somebody that. I was like, yo, this dude Karen, I like that. I just like something about him I like, bro. Like, bro, he's a real fighter. You know what I'm saying? We don't got, nothing culturally or nothing like that. It's just I like what he bringing to the table, like a fighter type shit. But he went back and he got active and then he in position. What did you say about Cole? He ran out of gas, got tired. He had a good first round. And then he started fighting the wrong fight, sitting in front of Gallegos, and Gallegos started beating him up. Basically, we'll see. He was calling out a lot of top guys at 175, and he didn't pay attention, or he wasn't. I don't know. I guess he thought Gallegos was an easy money because Gallegos got stopped by Pacheco in 4 rounds at 168. This fight was at 75. So yeah, he gotta go back to the drawing board. Bruce Gas was good with you. Salute. So what else we got next week? So yeah. Man Serrano, Katie Taylor. We got Shushu on the card. Abraham Ramos versus Mario Barrios. Oh, Shadeja Green. She fighting for a world title on that card against Melinda Watpool. Um, yeah, I want to see her get that world title for sure. I don't think it's gonna be easy though, bro. But Shadeja got too much talent to not, exercise and live up to her, what she brings to the table. I think she wins. He said, yeah. Um, should have used a jab and his legs. Yeah. Wrong game plan. They probably should have stopped the fight maybe 2 rounds before they did, if we're being totally honest. I think he was done after the fifth, sixth round. He got dropped in the fifth, Khalil Cole, and I think he was basically done. They probably should stop that fight 2 rounds sooner, in my opinion. But yeah, man, he just broke. He just broke down that fight. All that 10 on that, yes sir, no doubt. That's definitely something to look forward to for sure. I think it's gonna be a hell of a card. Zerto versus CBS. That's a cruiserweight unification. WBO, WBA. You got Jose Ramirez versus Arna Barbosa. That's a WBO eliminator. The winner of that being a mandatory for Teofimo or fight Calderon or whatever. We're not sure what Teofimo gonna do. He's unpredictable. He going through some legal issues with Top Rank, so it could be a thing that it could be for a vacant title. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the winner fight for a vacant title against Jack Calderon. What else? We got Oscar Duarte. He got a replacement. Back to Akhmadev. That's a good fight. Kenneth Sanders had to pull out with a knee injury, but that's a good fight. We got another unification at 105, which I'm so hyped about this shit because 105 don't get no love from the boxing fans, and this gonna be my this gonna be like my swan song type shit. This gonna be for me because I feel like I'm like the only one to be talking about 105 due to the rankings and just seeing the landscape. It helps me understand what's going on with them, and then of course watching the fights. But you got Oscar Collazo versus CP Freshmart. Diane Strong. Diane Strong is the longest reigning champion in the sport of boxing right now. So I feel like I'm missing another fight on that card. But those, although you can't be mad at those, that's a good card. You know what I'm saying? From top to bottom. And I'm looking forward to it for sure. He said, why wasn't FA on that Friday night's card? I'm not even sure. I haven't heard much about FA. I mean, I know FA has he has this thing attached to him that he's a tough negotiator, and he's been turning down fights. So I don't know. Hopefully, I mean, if you look at the top 15, the IBF, he got to be in the running to get Daniel Dubois. I guess everybody's in the running now. AJ is not going to take the fight next, so he's like number 7 in the IBF. Maybe he's gonna take that fight. I don't know, but he's definitely been quiet. I'm not even sure what's going on with him, and he should have had a bigger fight by now because he been on a nice little solid run since losing to Frank Sanchez. So yeah, we're gonna see. Yeah, I know he's supposed to be on that card Friday, but I don't know. I watched the pay-per-view card. What about the dude who was called Teofimo, the 140 fighter who beat Campa? Oh yeah, you're talking about Santiago. Santiago stopped Campa in the first round, scored 3 knockdowns. That was on Matisse card. Oh, you watched it? You watched it? I watched the pay-per-view. Yeah, Santiago. Yeah. Yeah, Santiago is a solid fighter, yo. You know what I'm saying? That's one of Devin Haney's good solid wins right there. Alfredo Santiago. So yeah, man. Looking forward to this weekend, this week of boxing. You know, I'm gonna cover the upcoming fight week tomorrow on a live. Um, yeah, man. I think for sure we got a lot of unification fights. We got an undisputed fight. So it's a lot of good stuff to talk about for sure. And then along with the purse bids, we should be getting some information about these upcoming fights: Bakoli, Caballero, Kakashi versus Nunes, Giasov, and Stanionis. There's a lot of good stuff though. It's a nice early stoppage. Yeah, he looked good. Yeah, he did, bro. He did. He did. Nice early stoppage. So that's what it is, man. I'm gonna close it out. I want to salute everybody coming through the building for sure. Appreciate you guys' time. Matisse still taking shots. Yeah, bro, still taking shots, man. He got hurt in the first what 15 seconds, 30 seconds of that fight. But yeah, he's still strong. Still strong. Still walking through shit. And still haven't fixed his defensive flaws. So we'll see. But hopefully he'll be back soon. He got top 5 ranking in the IBF, so maybe he get eliminated. So yeah. But yeah, man, I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe. I appreciate you guys' time, man. I'll be back tomorrow with another live. We're going to talk about the upcoming fight week for sure. So once again, salute to everybody, and I'm out.